So Elon Musk has taken so many L's recently, it's hard to keep up. So the most recent one is the Twitter Spaces debacle. So after his firing of multiple prominent journalists in the Thursday Night Massacre, as it's now called, um, apparently, well, a lot of these journalists joined a Twitter space because apparently um, banned accounts can still join Twitter spaces, which is a bug that apparently needed to be fixed. So Elon jumped in the Twitter space to I don't know what he hoped to accomplish, because he ended up making a fool of himself. he um he got asked like a few questions, like 3 or 4 questions by these journalists. They were pretty fair questions, and they were pointing out that he was wrong, to ban them, and how well, he claims that these accounts doxed him by uh doing various by sharing links to accounts or information that he claims was doxing him. Again, like the Elon Jet Tracker account wasn't really doxing. We've went over this, but it's like it was tracking his jet, so the most you could say it was doing was like showing what airport he was at what time in like the recent past. Also, if someone was actually stalking Elon and wanted to know where he was at, it's publicly available information. They could look it up without the Elon Jet Tracker account on Twitter, which by the way is still up on Facebook and uh, Instagram, and I think it's even on Mastodon. And some others. So banning it from Twitter is not doing anything, and it's even having a Streisand effect where now a lot of people are very interested in the Elon Jet account. And last video I did, I learned about how Elon Jet actually does its jet tracking, and it's actually very easy. And jet tracking is actually very interesting. The world of aviation, super cool. And now I might even get into aviation tracking. So yeah, it totally backfired, like a lot of things that Elon Musk did. So yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it with this Twitter space right here. Alright, so a lot of people were in this Twitter space. A lot of journalists, and like I said, there was a glitch where Twitter accounts that have been banned can still access Twitter Spaces. Apparently, I heard something like Twitter Spaces is made using Periscope. So if your account was made before the implementation of Twitter Spaces, it treats like the Periscope application, like backdoor thing, treats your account as if it's a different account than the one that was banned or something. So this might explain why Elon Musk took down Twitter Spaces right after he left this. So there are many theories. It makes him look very bad. Like, after he got owned in a Twitter space, he just rage quit and then just nuked all Twitter spaces, right? He just hit the big red button that says no more Twitter spaces for anyone. I got owned in a Twitter space, so now nobody gets Twitter spaces. How do you like them apples? Well, it could be that, or it could be that Elon noticed that Elon Jet was in here. He wasn't speaking, but yeah, he was muted, at least while Elon was in here. But it's just funny. Elon Jet, I'm not sure why he joined. It might have been just to troll Elon, just to be like, hey Elon, I'm still here, right? So before Elon I think Elon Jet was here before Elon joined, but the other journalists were asking Elon Jet, like, so why do you do this? Uh, why do you, tracking Elon's, flight paths, and the flight paths of many other prominent figures, like, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, etc. And he says, "Oh, I like it. I think it's cool. I like flight tracking. I like I enjoy the world of aviation." Yeah. So apparently, there's a whole community of flight trackers out there who are just super into real-time aviation information. And the one we looked at that Elon Jet was using was called ADS-B Exchange, and it was very interesting to see, like, just how committed they were to the art of airplane tracking. They were like, no amount of money or public pressure will ever get us to censor any flight information on anything. We got everything. Military, classified shit, we got it. So apparently, I guess maybe Elon Jet is one of these enthusiasts, right? So there are some people who, you know, want to call out like private jet usage because it's very wasteful, right? Airplane travel uses a lot of fuel, and if you're flying like a big commercial jet that are packed full of people, then you could make the argument like you're saving money that would otherwise, like, and it is more efficient because like these people would otherwise be using cars to get where they're going. That would take like a lot more cars in the jet than just a single jet. But like if you're using an airplane to carry just one person, like, that is wasteful. Yeah, a private jet, like you're flying a whole ass airplane just to carry one person, that's not cool. Yeah. And a lot of rich people are so disconnected they don't know that like taking private jets is an unimaginable luxury for most people. So like calling out Kylie Jenner for taking like a 5-minute flight when she could have like driven 20 minutes instead is I think good. It's good to shame people. Public shaming does work sometimes, right? But Elon Jet hasn't even said that's the reason. He just says like I like it. Apparently Elon offered Elon Jet $5,000 to take down the site. And Elon Jet counter-offered saying $50,000, or you can intern at my company. Or you let me intern at one of your companies. Which, I don't know why Elon didn't take him up on that, because clearly this guy's very talented. The guy running the account is a 20-year-old computer programmer, so he's probably a smart guy, right? Also, $50,000 for Elon Musk, that's like nothing. Is he not the richest man in the world? Anyways, Elon Jet was in here, and a couple of other banned accounts were in here. Matt Binder was in here. He was one of the accounts that simply reported on the suspending of accounts that were reporting on the supposed incident where
charge now.
Where Elon's car was being stalked. Elon wasn't even in the car, but it was being stalked. Donnie O'Sullivan dropped the info that the LAPD had not received a police report of any crime involved. Donnie O'Sullivan was suspended. Matt Binder reported about the suspension and he got suspended, but he joined this Twitter space. Also, Keffels is in here, which is, I think, very funny. Yeah, Keffels is just here. I would have loved to have Keffels say something, but apparently she's just a listener, not a speaker. Yeah, a bunch of people were listening in. A bunch of people wanted to speak. Apparently, Elon Jet is a speaker, but he's muted. That would have been funny if he said something. Yeah, a lot of people were spamming like, "Let me speak." They're clicking the request button. Please let me speak. Please, just spamming the button. Please let me speak. But yeah. Anyways, let's just get into what was said.
In the last few hours, with a handful of journalists being banned.
Yeah. Well, as I'm sure everyone who's been doxxed would agree, showing real-time information about somebody's location is inappropriate, and I think everyone on this call would not like that to be done to them. And there's not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists, so-called journalists, and regular people. Everyone's going to be treated the same. You're not special because you're a journalist. You're a Twitter. You're a citizen.
Okay, so here Elon says there is no difference between quote-unquote journalists, in his words, and regular accounts. As in, Elon thinks that these people are asking for like special privileges because they're journalists. Well, first of all, yeah, Elon is claiming that these people doxed him or linked to information that linked to accounts that did dox him, which is just not true, right? Yeah, even Elon Jet, like, that's not doxing. Again, it's publicly available info, and even if it wasn't, like, tracking jets, like, isn't that's not really doxing, is it? At most, you're gonna find out the most damning information you could find is like what airport you're gonna be at what time. And apparently Elon Jet does not even post real-time information. The flight info that he's pulling from is real-time. I've been to the website and you can see it updating in real time. It's in the other video that I uploaded, but Elon Jet posts screenshots of flight histories from that website. So it's not even real time. It's like sometimes a day or even 2 days delayed. So yeah, not doxing. If anything, it seems like this is like the Elon Jet account is just like an annoyance to Elon, and it seems like Elon kind of snapped recently. Elon said he would never ban the Elon Jet accounts, but I think the stalking, he first it was the booing at the Dave Chappelle show, right? That really got his Joker arc going, and then the stalking was like the catalyst that really broke him, and then he used that as an excuse to ban others, saying that it was the information provided by Elon Jet that enabled the stalking of the vehicle, which doesn't even make sense, right? First of all, Elon was not in the vehicle. It was his son, his 2-year-old son, little X, right, who was in the vehicle. So doesn't make sense unless little X and Elon were or little X was on the plane, and then he departed from the plane, and then he was followed from the airport. But apparently this alleged stalking incident did not even take place near an airport at all. Right? And of course, you can't really dox a public figure like Elon, because like all of, or at least most of his properties are like public information, right? I would imagine his home in LA is like publicly known as the home of Elon Musk, right? So if anything, the worst that could have possibly happened is a guy was waiting outside of Elon's home, and then once he saw a car leave the home, he followed the car, right? But anyways, oh yeah, Elon says quote-unquote journalists. This is a part of Elon's war on fake news, as he calls it. Yeah, Elon's getting to be a lot like Trump, where like any unfavorable media coverage of him is now fake news. But anyway, let's keep going.
So, no special treatment. You docs, you get suspended. In a story. So and ban evasion or trying to be clever about it. Like, oh, I posted a link to the real-time information is obviously that is obviously simply trying to evade the meaning. That is no different from pen and paste than actually showing real-time information.
So when you're saying posting a link to it, I mean, some of the people like Drew and Brian Mack from the New York Times who were banned were they were reporting on it in the course of sort of pretty normal journalistic endeavors.
This is
you consider
normal.
that like a tricky attempt at ban evasion?
Yeah, so here's where like Elon is wrong about like journalists wanting special treatment. Well, journalists, maybe that is true, but like journalists are like a different kind of person. Like if it was just some random guy like me or something who's like a wannabe journalist, maybe posting links to like, hey, this is the account that Elon bans at ElonJet, then that will be a different story than like a journalistic Twitter account that has like an actual job at an actual journalistic business saying, today Elon suspended this account that was posting the flight history of his jet. Like that is on a different level of culpability, because if you're a journalist, it is a big story that this account was banned, right? Suspended, and you want to report on that. And yeah, it doesn't make sense to say it's ban evasion, because like that's not what ban evasion is. Ban evasion is when you get banned and then you make another account to get around the ban. Ban evasion is not when you try to evade getting bans by like skirting around the rules. I guess that could be another meaning of the word ban evasion, but yeah, Elon is really showing his boomer side here, because as much as he acts like a edgy teenager or like 20-something white kid who's like a meme shit poster, he is like is he 55 or something? He's an old guy, okay? There's a reason he posts memes that are like all from at least like 6 months ago. Like the memes he posts are so stale all the time. People used to say that the place memes went to die was the PewDiePie meme review videos, or it was Facebook, because like memes start on Reddit and then they go like to Twitter and then to Facebook and Instagram. But now, like 6 months after they end up on Facebook, it ends up on Elon's Twitter. So anyways, yeah, Elon is a boomer, and yeah, also the account was suspended already, so I don't know what is so wrong about like adding the account, saying like this was the account that got suspended, when like you can't get anything from the account. Like all the info from the accounts is now no longer visible because it's suspended. So even if there was like doxing information on on the account. Like, allegedly, that was the reason for the account being banned. Even if there was some doxing going on, it's not doxing to link to the account that doxed, right? Especially like if the account is suspended, because like the information is no longer available. So, yeah. Anyways.
You show the link to the real-time information? Bad evasion, obviously.
Again, not ban evasion, but and also the link was not to the information. The link was to the account that used to have the information, but was at the time suspended. I don't know if Elon Jet is it still suspended? Let's see, Elon Jet. Elon Jet, Elon Musk. Oh, this is not it. Elon Jet Musk. No, this is not it. Oh wow, there's an Elon Jet coin. There's got to be a new coin for every new meme, right? Yeah, it looks like this account is still suspended. So like, all the other journalists that were banned were suspended. Yeah, it's really weird to suspend an account that first of all, yeah, Donnie O'Sullivan was not even linking to Elon Jet. He wasn't even talking about Elon Jet. He was talking about the incident that took place, and that no police report had been filed about the incident. And it's really weird that he got banned. Like, why was he banned? It seems like it's because like he was contradicting Elon's account of the events that took place. Because like, if there was some wrongdoing, then you would file a police report, right? But seems like maybe Elon's accounts of the events was not totally accurate, because if what he said was true, then the logical thing to do would be like file a police report. But no. Anyways, we have to get through this.
Drew, I don't think you were posting the real-time information, right?
I mean, well, you're suggesting that we're sharing your address, which is
nobody was.
Not true. And
yeah, nobody was sharing. Not even Elon Jet was sharing the address, right? He was not Elon's jet was not flying to his properties. They were flying to airports. I'm pretty sure there were no private airports. And oh yeah, and at most, like, most of Elon Jet's like flight history was like him flying to and from his Tesla factories, his places of work, right? So like, not any new information. Of course, sometimes he flew to Epstein Islands, right? But that's a different story.
You're suggesting that we're posting. We never.
It's not true.
I never posted your address.
You posted a link to the address.
No, nobody did. No.
We posted a link. In the course of reporting about Elon Jet, we posted links to Elon Jet, which are now not online and now banned on.
They're not online, but they're right here. That's funny, and they're a speaker too. Yeah, Elon Jet is probably just trolling Elon just by being in this call. That's funny. Maybe that's why Elon left. Maybe that's why he's so mad, right? Yeah, that's just a little extra, just just cherry on top.
On Twitter, and Twitter also, of course, marks even the Instagram and Mastodon accounts of Elon Jet as harmful. Using, we have to acknowledge.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Now some even links to Mastodon accounts, you cannot post them, right? It's one of those things where like Twitter, if you try to tweet something, Twitter will be like, you can't post that because it contains potentially harmful or sensitive information. It's really weird, but apparently there is some questionable stuff on Mastodon, but Mastodon is just like a Twitter competitor, right? It looks bad on Twitter's part, and therefore on Elon's part, that Twitter is censoring its own competition, right?
Using the same exact link blocking technique that you have criticized as part of the Hunter Biden New York Post story.
Oh my gosh, that's true. Yeah, a big criticism of the way the Hunter Biden story was handled was that links to the New York Post article about it were you could not even post them. You could not even send it. You could not even send the link in DMs, which is, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. But again, the whole Hunter Biden story was bullshit, and the Post probably contained some misinformation. But it's funny, yeah, that Drew pointed that out. It's like you're gonna say it's bad when they do it for Hunter Biden, but it's fine to do it when you're censoring Mastodon.
Story in 2020. So what is different here and there?
No more acceptable for me. It's no more acceptable for me. For you, that is for me. Same thing.
What?
So, anyway.
What's not more acceptable? Yeah, it seems like Elon is like grasping at straws here. He's kind of like very desperate to come up with something, right? He knows he's got this thing that like everyone's treated equally, and doxing is not okay for anyone, even journalists, even though, you know, the journalists didn't even do it. So that's all he's got, right? And he's not really smart enough to come up with things on the fly, right? He's not quick enough on his feet, you know. I guess it's because he's autistic, I guess, because he's more of a big picture thinker, but when it comes to the small stuff, he's just like I don't know, you can't do that because it's not okay, and it's not okay for me, so it's not okay for you, and then he rage quits.
So it's unacceptable what you're doing?
Yeah, he leaves, right. It seems that like he leaves right here, but because his icon disappears, but
No,
we'll see.
what, your docs?
He's still in here somewhere. Yeah.
Get suspended, end of story. That's it.
You dox, you get suspended. He keeps saying like, "Oh, you doxed me, so it's okay to suspend you." And then they respond by saying, "Oh, we didn't dox you, and here's what we did. Here's what we did that you claim is doxing you." And he's like, no, you doxed me, so you got suspended." Yeah, he's literally like, he's doing a very poor job of defending himself. I mean, he's not even defending himself. He's just sticking to the one talking point that he has, right? And just acting like that's enough. Like, why did he even enter the call? Like, did he think that he would do a better job? This is kind of like Donald Trump. Yeah, Elon and Trump are very similar in a lot of ways. Like, they think that they're a lot smarter than they are, so they think that they can talk their way out of a situation, right? That's why Trump always like got himself in deep shit. He always dug his grave deeper and deeper, because he thought that like, oh, if I just get on the stands, if I get in front of a microphone and explain myself, then everyone will understand. But no, that was not the case. So yeah, I guess like I've had this experience before. Like, an argument sounds good in your head, but when you actually say it out loud, it doesn't come off as good, right? When you're actually being judged by like other human beings, it's difficult to. It's actually like difficult to convince them. It's easy to convince yourself, right? Because you came up with the argument, but not so easy when you actually have to be tested.
Elon, I have to ask, I mean, I think what everyone's wondering is it's highly unusual for journalists at the Washington Post and the New York Times to have their Twitter accounts suspended. And it just so happens that it's, you know, the boss in charge, you know, so, you know, what's the deal there? Oh, I think Elon has left.
Yeah, he's left, and they
That's unfortunate
realized.
because, yeah, I mean,
guess what the difference is there.
You know,
Man,
not
I
trying
had
to.
so many. I was raring to go, guys.
I know. I was.
Ben was raring to
I was
go.
gonna
Yeah.
order a cyber truck.
I just want to
I'm
say,
not
sorry,
gonna lie.
I don't want to.
I was gonna order a Cyberjet.
And you know, this is reporting, right?
Yeah, all these guys were chomping at the bit, raring to go. Yeah, I'm sure all these guys wanted to grill Elon, but Elon, the sensitive little snowflake that he is, could not handle it. He could not handle like the barely like 4 questions or like the pushback that he received, just like stating the facts of the case. Really, it was just seeing the facts of like what was happening, but he couldn't handle that. I mean, yeah, I wonder, yeah, if he couldn't handle those questions, then he probably couldn't handle any of the other questions. If Ben here was just raring to go, I'm sure he was going to ask some tough questions and Elon just wouldn't be able to handle it. Yeah. I would want to hear what Keffels had to say. I want Keffels just the opportunity to ask one question or just say something. Please, Keffels, just say something. But no. Unfortunately, we can't always get what we want. Yeah, I was gonna order a Cybertruck. Yeah, be funny if you got some meme content in there. Yeah, say something meme-worthy.
There's value to reporting where people go. You know, most of what Elon Jet shared was him going to the factory in California or the factory in Texas.
Yes, that's what I was saying. So,
I mean,
Guess what the difference is there.
Yeah.
The
Can we
Washington
just-
Post and the New York Times. Elon, I have to ask, I mean, I think what everyone's wondering is that it's highly unusual for journalists at the Washington Post
Highly
and the New York
unusual.
Times to have their Twitter accounts suspended. And it just so happens that it's, you know, the boss in charge, you know, so,
yeah, it's...
you know, what's the deal there? Oh, I think Elon has,
Yeah, so Elon already said his piece on this before. It's like, he says that journalists aren't going to get any special treatment. He says quote-unquote journalists, as in, yeah, they're all fake news, right? But, I mean, if you're an actual journalist, as in, you work for the New York Times or the Washington Post, I know he considers those fake news, but, like, they're pretty serious, right? And yeah, it just doesn't happen that real journalists have their Twitter accounts suspended just for doing their jobs. Like, they didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, it's and like Katie said, these orders are coming from the very top, it seems, from Elon himself. Elon himself is the one who's like ordering these bans to be done. So it's a very like abuse of power situation going on here, right?
has a lot.
So, yeah, and then he leaves. He rage quits. Yeah, so just after that call, like within minutes, within an hour of Elon rage quitting the Twitter Spaces call, he hit the big red button that says no more Twitter Spaces for anyone. Which seems like not only did he rage quit Twitter Spaces, yeah, he's just like, no more Twitter Spaces for anyone. Some are saying that it's because of the bug that allowed banned accounts to join. Matt Binder, who has been reinstated. Yeah, all the accounts that were wrongfully banned, unbanned. Of course, Elon Jet was also wrongfully banned, but we're talking about the journalists that were just covering the banning of Elon Jet and the incidents, the car stalking incidents. So Matt Binder wants to take credit as the person who discovered the Twitter Spaces bug. And the bug was where suspended accounts could still use Twitter Spaces. And since everyone who knows the codebase has been fired, Twitter has shut down the entire Twitter Spaces feature. Yeah, truly a masterclass in how to run Twitter. Yeah, so... yeah, it's a good point. Elon A while ago, it was a story that Elon fired a bunch of coders, and then once he realized their expertise was needed, he had to hire them back, right? So that he could actually run Twitter, which is pretty funny. Again, yeah. The high-level CEO plays being made here, where he's, yeah, clearly a very stable genius. Yeah, Elon, this is another way Elon is like Trump, right? He fires people not because they should be fired, but because he enjoys the power. It's a power trip for him to fire people, right? And it's kind of like a three-head way of saving money. Like, oh, I can save money by having less salaries to pay. Well, these people are employed for a reason, Elon. And he quickly found out why they were employed, because he had to hire them back. Yeah, so now that a lot of the coders were gone, nobody working at Twitter knew how to fix it, or at least not without shutting the whole thing down, right? Which I think is pretty funny. Oh, here's the journalist who was talking. Katie Notopoulos, is that Greek? I've been kicked off a lot of platforms, Friender, MySpace a few times, Foursquare, Tinder, and been suspended at least twice in the past. Brings me not to have completely destroyed the entire Space's functionality. How do you get kicked off of Tinder? As a girl, as a woman. Maybe some salty guys reported her because she wouldn't respond back, but usually when a guy is suspended off of Tinder, it's because like they sent dick pics or sent some weird, creepy shit, or like got mad that they wouldn't fuck him. I want to apologize to the Pig and Findom community. Come to my attention that was a vibrant Findom Spaces culture, and this has caused disruption in both business and pleasure. Oof. Yeah, no more Findom Spaces. Yeah, stay strong, Pay Pigs. It's coming back. Yeah, if your community is so reliant on Twitter Spaces, maybe consider, you know, diversifying your community. Maybe I don't know, get on Discord or something, right? I mean, that's probably where a lot of it's happening. When you get kicked off Foursquare, I used to lie in bed and check into all the places in like a 4-block radius until I became a mayor of Giga Chad. Yeah, I forgot that's how Foursquare works. Yeah, people could make up their own location, so a guy down the block made his apartment a place, and I kept stealing his mayorship of his own apartment. Oh wow, she's a Foursquare power user. Yeah, I guess you would get banned for that, but like, that's funny. Yeah, clearly this person, Katie, has terminal phone addiction. She's using her phone way too much. She's got to get off her phone. That's cool. This isn't about Twitter anymore. This is about people control. He can't control people, so he shuts them down by virtue. Shuts down pieces of Twitter where they gather. Pathetic and authoritarian. Literally Trump. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole reason he bought Twitter, right? Because he didn't like that he was getting cyberbullied on Twitter. He didn't like that things were being said on Twitter that he didn't like. So he said, like, oh, I'm going to buy Twitter to make sure Twitter is run the correct way, right? I guess he didn't like that people were being suspended for saying bad shit, but like, maybe they should be suspended, right? Just maybe. There's a reason that suspensions happens. Tinder. Do we want to know? Not totally sure. Oh, come on. You gotta know. I never used it to find dates. I downloaded it when it was newish to test out functionality for work purposes. I messed around with a kind of fake account. Piggy Poop Balls as my pick. Oh yeah, that's another reason people get banned from Twitter. You can post weird, pics on your profile, and if you post offensive pics, then yeah. Usually it's a dick pic or something that you get banned for, but if you post a picture of poop, then yeah, that's not good. So most of the accounts that were banned in the Thursday Night Massacre have been restored, but apparently Katie and some others now cannot start or participate in Twitter Spaces. Twitter rules violation. You cannot participate or go live because you violated the Twitter rules. The account is banned. The account is not suspended, but it cannot use Spaces, which is very, very weird. And if we look up here, Matt Binder also cannot use Spaces. This space is not available, and it has the monkey saying, "Hear no evil." Which is funny, because, like, it's a different screen from what Katie got. So, it seems like there's, like, a patchwork solution being done. I mean, they did it, right? The whole issue was that, that banned accounts could still join Twitter Spaces. Yeah, here's the moment where Matt Binder discovered. He figured out his suspended account can still use Twitter Spaces because of a bug.
I think so, Matt. Oh my God.
I think so, Matt. Oh my God, Matt is back. Everyone's laughing. We found a way.
I'm not using any side account. You can see this is my verified account.
It's the verified account he's using.
I cannot see any notifications. Are you alive?
Matt is alive. Matt's not dead. Oh my God.
For everyone who is listening, can you please explain what is going on with you and your account? Matt Binder is...
Binder. It's okay. Binder though.
I told you.
Oh, it's Matt Binder, not Binder. You would think it would be Binder.
I'm breaking the law in ways that are real to the
I'm
law.
looking right now. Yeah, if you guys...
Okay, so you get the idea. So, it seems like Elon took a lot of flack. A lot of very public pressure was put on him to unban these accounts that were wrongfully suspended, right? He actually did the Twitter poll where it's like, when should I unban them? And then everyone said now. And so, when you find it? So yeah, I went over this last time, but Elon says unsuspend accounts who dox my exact location real time. 43% say now. 43% of 535k. And then Elon says, sorry, too many options, we'll redo poll. Yeah, we know that a lot of Elon fanboys were here because longer than 7 days was the second most popular option. But then, just a few hours later, he starts a new poll, either now or in 7 days, with 3,690,000 votes. 58% says now. Yeah. And then he says, the people have spoken. Accounts who dox my location will have their suspension lifted now. Yeah. Now it's Vox Populi. Vox Dei. Right. Yeah, he used a biased Twitter poll that said, like 52% said, like, something, and he's like, well, the people have spoken. But when the poll that he posted was, did not go his way, he's like, okay, we'll redo the poll. He's literally like, stop the count. And this is what it made me think of. Elon, should I jump? Yes, 64%. Let's try this again. Should I jump? Yes, 76%. Yeah. Because people heard of the first poll and were like, ooh, I wish I voted yes. Oh wait, there's another poll I can vote yes on? Okay, I'm voting yes on this poll. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, oh wait, there is still that poll is still up. I can still vote yes. I can still dunk on Elon. So, yeah. Yeah, this poll had like over 7 times the amount of votes that this poll did. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah. In conclusion, Elon taking a lot of L's. The L's keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and I hope they never stop coming. I hope it keeps coming until Elon just is no more. Elon, some good luck. You're gonna need it. So yeah, see you later then.